Hey yo, it's your boy JJ. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through a Yeat tutorial, a beat that I already made beforehand, and I'll just show you how it was done. Just so you guys are aware, a lot of beats for Yeat are very synth, well, they're all very synth heavy. You'll always hear that little bell going, you know, from Get Busy kind of stuff. You hear it a lot. Repetitive, catchy. The range of BPMs usually between like 140 to 130. He usually sticks to that. Maybe a bit higher sometimes, like how I did in this tutorial that I'll go through. Let's get straight into this joint. Firstly, I got a preset out of Serum. It's called SY Arcade. I used it in a previous tutorial for my Surfago. You know, go check it out. It's in the channel. It's a very good preset for any rage beat. SY Arcade, always a great one. I laid on the basic root notes. I took them up actually not one but 2 octaves, so it's the very top of that chord progression, the very bottom, and then also like a weird middle part, and then I just add a little few notes here, and at the end of every 4-bar loop I just took this up to an A sharp instead of having it at a G. This is what it sounds like. For effects, as you guys can see, I got gross beat, laid it out all flat, then chose the, when you right click here, you see double curve, and then just play with it a bit. As you guys can see, it's around like 9% approximately. Then put an EQ, took off a few highs, a lot of the lows, and then put a fruity chorus, and if I'm not wrong, I think, yeah, 29% mix. Boom. Next up, we got another Serum preset. It's called Lead Gamer. It's a very nice preset. It goes hard. This is the pattern I laid out. Very repetitive, as you guys can see, and then a little switch up towards the end. And it just keeps repeating every 4 bars, and this is what it sounds like. Heat. For effects, took off a few highs, a lot of the lows and some of the mids, then add a bit of reverb to make it a bit more like spacious. Next up, we got our bass, Growler Moog bass. It's a very nice bass preset on Omnisphere. Lay down the root notes as you guys can see, except I cut it off by a tiny bit, so it just stopped. I think it has like a nice little bit of, it's like an ear candy. That's what I like to call it.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
And this is what it sounds like. For effects, very basic, very little of the lows taken out and a few of the highs. Lastly, we got another preset from Serum. It's called Hyper 1!. It's from this band called Wiggle, and I think it sounds pretty dope. I laid down this repeating pattern, as you guys can see, these little 4 notes just repeating, and then I think it was the second half of the 4-bar loop. I just played about some of the notes and just see what sounded nice. This is what it sounds like. I think that's sounding super nice. And as you can see for effects, I took off a few of the highs of the EQ and a lot of the lows. Then we whacked on some vintage verb because you need that bass. This is what the melody sounds like. When I made this beat, not all of the layers were playing at the same time. It's spaced out throughout the beat. Let's get into the drums. First of all, we got a snare repeating at every half beat. It's a no-lie snare, the Playboy Carti leak. I really wish they dropped that leak. And this is what the snare sounds like. And next up in the drums, we got ourselves a hi-hat. It's called a red hi-hat. You see what I did here? It's just triplet galore. You find it so often in Yeat beats. It baffles me how this is a thing, but it actually doesn't sound bad, so I can't say anything. Just triplets, repeated all over, and this is what it sounds like. It says Yeat all over it. Like, do you not see it right there on the screen? It says Yeat. Next up in the drums, we got our kicks. A nice little kick pattern laid out. Again, repetitive, because that's what Yeat is about. Make sure whenever you do your kicks, you max that velocity out. Always, because it will sound punchy as heck. And this is what the kick sounds like. And now we've got ourselves the 808. There's this one 808 that is always used. It's, well, the busy 808. You can find it on Reddit. It's literally just an 808, but everything's been removed apart from the low end. And that's what a Yeat 808 is. Whenever you do 808, guys, always remember as well to cut itself. So when the 808s play over, it doesn't sound muddy. And now this is what the 808 sounds like. Lastly, and it's not really a drum, but screw it. First of all, it's this bell that everyone hears. Everyone's heard that bell before. Also, what I did was, if you go onto here, remove everything and put the whole to max. What that does is, if the notes stop playing, so for example here, the sound will instantly cut off after this point. You can make very nice stuttering effects with your bells, as I'll just show you right now as I did for this beat, and this is what it sounds like. You'll always hear bells all over his melodies. And with that all being said, this is what the drums and the bells sound like together. My people, you've made it to the end. I love you. Thank you for watching. Make sure like, subscribe, all that down below. Make sure you check the channel out. I hope you guys enjoy this. This was the Yeat tutorial. You'll hear the beat and the outro. Take it easy.